Good late Sunday evening. I am certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this June 23rd of 2019. It's nice to see things a lot calmer as we go into tonight and your Monday morning compared to how we started the overnight hours and early this morning with those numerous waves of rain and thunderstorms. Some were strong to severe, but the biggest problem with those thunderstorms late last night into this morning was more heavy rain that we do not need. You see how the Skywatch Storm Tracker unfolded from Saturday evening through the overnight and into your Sunday morning. It started out with quite a bit of numerous thunderstorms popping up and just still developing right on top of us. Then we got that big push of strong to severe storms out of southwestern Kansas and the push through here as we got closer to sunrise and into your morning. Those rounds of thunderstorms alone made up for the vast majority of the rain that we saw this weekend. So area-wide rain amounts for the weekend pushing almost 2 inches according to radar estimates. And of course, the big bullseye seem to be lining up as we work south of Interstate 44. Radar estimates suggesting areas from around Neosho, Granby, down to Goodman, and close to the eastern sides of Grand Lake and close to Grove and Delaware County, suggesting 5 to 8 inches. So it's no wonder that with these numerous waves of rain and thunderstorms, we still have some aerial flood warnings in effect, not to mention some river flood warnings out as well. And unfortunately, this has led to numerous road closures across the area, not to mention quite a bit of water rescues that emergency personnel had to undergo. The Skywatch Storm Tracker looking a lot better now compared to how we looked going into last night and early this morning. I did want to bring this to your attention, though. We have seen a few showers popping up across and along, rather, the Interstate 44 corridor. You can see right here, back at about the 10 o'clock hour, we had a very thin band of relatively light showers stretching across Jasper County from about Carthage down to Joplin, even a few showers around Miami, Afton, and Wyandotte. As we see here, as they continue along, they have lost steam, but it's hinting at least a few showers that will be possible as we go throughout the course of the night. Thankfully, though, we're not going to see a repeat of this as we go throughout the overnight and into your Monday. We had quite an impressive time-lapse here from Indigo Sky just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Quite a bit of rain and thunderstorms to start the morning up, and thankfully things calmed down for the afternoon, and we at least saw a little bit of sun before we hit sunset this evening. At 11:04 from 7th and Range Line, skies cloudy, but looking quiet for now. And the almanac told quite an interesting tale for today. That high 73, that was actually our midnight high, and as those rain chances kicked in, we saw morning lows drop back into the mid-60s, and Joplin Regional observed almost 2.5 inches of rain today. That puts us at almost 8 inches for the month of June so far, and just over 36 inches for 2019 overall. 69 at last check at Joplin Regional with a calm breeze and the humidity quite high at 93%. Looking at temperatures across the region to start the midnight hour out for your Sunday, we had, again, those midnight highs in the mid-70s. The plentiful rain and thunderstorms dropped temperatures area-wide back into the mid-60s. Then, with at least a few breaks in the sun in the afternoon, we saw temperatures at least rebound into the upper 60s to the lower to middle 70s. At last check, we had temperatures mainly in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees all across the area. Thankfully, temperatures will trend a bit downward as we try to get some of the skies to clear out throughout the course of the night. And of course, we can't rule out just a few random light showers throughout the course of the night. Ultimately, this will send us from the upper 60s overnight down to about 63 as we head closer to sunrise. Still a stray shower or two possible until about 7 or 8 a.m. Then we'll trend dry by 10 a.m. and then turn mostly sunny as we get your Monday afternoon underway, with temperatures hopefully back in the mid-70s by noon and lunchtime. The Skywatch Storm Tracker still has us socked in with the clouds, but again, we'll gradually turn partly cloudy throughout the course of the night, partially because our two main systems are on the move. We're talking about, first and foremost, this cold front that gave us our rounds of rain and thunderstorms yesterday. Thankfully, it has the better storm chances off to our south and east through the rest of the night. We still have to deal with this upper-level disturbance, though. This upper-level trough still working across the state of Kansas. Ahead of it, that is where we are seeing those few random light showers popping up to get the overnight underway. And there'll still be a possibility as we head through the overnight and into your Monday morning. Thankfully, nothing too heavy expected. In fact, the future track, I think, is overdoing things a little bit. So we'll just say a few random light showers to begin your Monday morning. Otherwise, partly cloudy by sunrise. We'll have overnight lows dropping off in general to about 63 degrees. Then we'll look a lot brighter and certainly much drier for the rest of your Monday. Mostly sunny by noon and going into the afternoon. 74 by lunchtime. We'll have highs in Joplin topping out at about 80 with a light west wind at 5 to 10. Everybody in southwest Missouri should be at about 80 degrees tomorrow, then more lower 80s, between 80 and 82 for southeast Kansas and northeastern Oklahoma. Once we get past Monday afternoon, we will say goodbye to this upper-level disturbance that's trying to pass on through tonight. And as it does, look at what happens to the jet stream setup about halfway up in the atmosphere. We see an upper-level ridge beginning to build, and it will really take hold as we go into the middle of the coming week. As this does, this is what we usually see during the summer months. With this setup, it will lead to warm to hot temperatures, not to mention some muggy, humid days as well. But this is a much more calmer, drier setup for us. With that said, it's not going to be a completely dry setup for us because you see how the jet stream winds want to really stick close to that center of high pressure aloft. So any disturbances running along this jet that can take advantage of this flow and send a few disturbances our way from midweek going into next weekend, that could mean a few days worth of random pop-up afternoon thunderstorm chances. We're talking about what we usually see during the summer. Very isolated, though won't last long, and should be fading by the time we hit sunset. So here's how we look going into the final week of June with the 7-day forecast, looking a lot better tomorrow. Mostly sunny, highs back near 80, back into the upper 80s on Tuesday as that upper level ridge begins to build. Then we hold near 90 from Wednesday on into the coming weekend with maybe some lower 90s by Saturday and Sunday. Again, Wednesday through the coming weekend ahead, just random isolated pop-up thunderstorm chances. This is the usual kind again where it's not looking widespread. They don't last long. And most of you will be staying dry throughout the course of the week ahead. Have a good night. Have a great Monday.